Coming up in today's episode.
Before we got to Box Park, we lost my phone.
From these beautiful multicolored containers at the Box Park, we took a stroll down to the view of the city skyline. But the most impressive, the wow of the day arrived thereafter,
Which is the Souk Waqif,
where Quentin and Vianney,
Two guys trying to visit 40 countries before we turn 40.
we're taking the world on by trying to explore different countries, cultures, food, and by being as adventurous as possible.
We decided to film all of this for our future selves to look back on for one day when we are older. So let's go on a Kiwi travel adventure.
Hi future Quentin!
And hi, future Vianney.
And to all our friends and family watching, and today we're taking you to Doha!
So we headed over to our local airport and we checked in. Thereafter, we went to our very favorite restaurant within the airport, which is the diner, and we indulged in the local milkshakes and, of course, pizza. From there, we took a walk down to the plane and we boarded our flight to Qatar. This time we went with Qatar Airways. This was our first time flying with them and it was a special treat. The food was quite lovely and the seats were quite perfect and the entertainment was lovely, except they didn't have friends.
So as we flew into Qatar and to Doha, we had the most spectacular views. It was absolutely beautiful with the sun that came up and that was rising, so we could see the entire city. And then from there on, we just took a stroll around the city. The moment we got in, we took the metro, which is an absolutely awesome system to use, really, but we'll talk about that later, and they are absolutely beautiful. But yes, then we took the train and we went to our very first stop in Doha, which was the Villaggio Mall and the torch. So as you walked out of the metro station and went to the Villaggio Mall, you actually saw the torch building, which was super special. So all of it in Doha is exceptionally beautiful with beautiful structures and so on. And you could see one of the stadiums of the World Cup in the background as well, which was awesome. And then we headed into the Villaggio Mall for a very specific reason.
And that reason was to get our favorite drink in the entire world, which is lemon mint juice.
Yay!
As we went into the Villaggio Mall, you are greeted by this beautiful European aesthetic of lights, beautiful ceilings that captured the sky, and these old placements of living. And as you entered, there was this beautiful little river with these beautiful boats that you could take trips around the mall with, just to have a beautiful take on the mall itself. The shops were incredible, but the one that we went to first was Marks and Spencer's to get the most delicious cookies in the entire world. So after we sold out the entire place of its entire chocolate cookie stock, we went to the Carrefour, which is the local
Checkers?
Yes, and really all of the things they have there, we have here in South Africa. The prices were exactly the same. But what was so nice is they had the entire local food that you could try and test there. So we had a few testers. And thereafter we went to its unique cafe where we had lunch.
We are having some Carrefour, but it's very, very, very nice. We already started eating. We're actually a bit tired, but the food is amazing though. So we're having shawarmas. This is the beef, and Vianney is having the
Chicken, and it's wonderful.
It's really, really, really. Thereafter, we actually just quickly went for a quick sleep, just for like 1 hour. Vianney wasn't feeling too well, but then we went for the beautiful city views of all the skyscrapers, but our close-up view, because the next day we would see it from afar. But seeing it from up close was absolutely incredible to see all the detail and so on. Everything had this Islamic kind of a detail to each and every single one of the buildings, which was awesome to see. And then from there on, we went to Katara Cultural Village.
Now, as we approached Katara Cultural Village, there was this beautiful gift box, red gift box, which has been in the making for quite some time. As we continued down, they had this beautiful installation that worked with the wind and had this beautiful water show, which was incredible to see. And we explored the entire village as we made our way to the most amazing, tiniest mosque, the Blue Mosque, which was just filled with so much detail and which was so nice. One of the mausoleum ladies invited us into the mosque itself, and it really was so beautiful to see because it was on a smaller scale, so it was just so captivating to see a mosque and the inside again, which was just absolutely amazing. And just as we popped out, you had the most beautiful view of the famous Pigeon Towers, which was just so beautiful. Something so simple but so beautiful to see in real life.
And from there on, we went to the awesome amphitheatre, which hosts about 5,000 people, which was so cool to see. Obviously, we are theatre lovers, so it had this Greek structure to it, which was absolutely awesome. It also had this beautiful gravity-defying, I think if I remember correctly, sculpture statue, which was right in front of it, which was just as awesome to see. And we just sat there for a minute or two as well, just taking in the views, because you could see the city from there extremely beautifully. And then we went, which was just down the road, to Tasty Street. So we are foodies, as you know. So we are in Qatar and we are at Tasty Street. So there's 3 streets with these, what do you call it, like stalls and stuff, and street food kind of things. So we are trying our first one, and this is
A cheese chapati.
Let's give it a taste. Nice.
But this is not cheese, it's butter.
Butter.
Taste.
So this is what it looks. Ooh! That's nice. Very nice. And we got something else, which is nafe. So this is apparently a must in Qatar, nafe. It's like a sweet dessert but with sour cheese. So let's try it. Nafe.
It smells cheesy.
I hope it's nice because it was very expensive. It was 25 riyal, so 150 rand more or less for this small thing.
Whatever this is, it's amazing. Oh my god.
Ah,
Oh my god.
have we found something? You lie. Guys, looks like we have found something.
Oh my god.
So this is a traditional Qatari dish. And it seems like we are
Greek milk tart.
really? So let's see.
It's very hot.
This is what it looks like. Let's try it out. Oh, it's got pistachio on it as well. Oh!
Yeah.
Now that I get the flavor of it.
Oh, the cheese is amazing.
Very, very, very nice. Yeah.
This is the future.
So we are walking around in the middle of the night in Doha, but it doesn't feel unsafe at all. The weather is perfect.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's really amazing. And Vianney just actually made a very interesting observation after our first day in Doha.
Yep.
Which is?
There are no violent sounds. Everything you hear, it's serene, it's calming. There are no dogs barking, no people fighting, shouting on the street, no violent gunshots, no ambulance, no police, nothing. It is, and it's been like this the entire day. It really is.
Yep.
So peaceful.
And also, it's not that busy.
No.
It's really not that busy like Dubai. It's like
Nothing. There's no one around. And the people are very friendly. They actually
Very.
out of their own accord.
they actually want to help. It's not like they are trying to get something from you the whole time, which is also very cool. So yes, we have decided to call it a day. We are tired. We're going to sleep. But earlier on in the day, we also bought these awesome t-shirts. They were extremely cheap. These were only like 100 rand. As you can see there, it says love. Yeah, nice says enjoy life. So that's very cool. Good morning. It is a new day in the workroom, in the Qatar workroom, and we are here in Doha. And today we have a couple of things that we need to explore. We're going to the croissant building,
Yes.
basically, which we were supposed to do yesterday because we didn't feel well, but we are now doing it today. And yeah, just more buildings to explore, and let's
specifically going to the older section.
Yay, which we are very excited about.
And the main reason we came,
which is the souk
Yes.
Waqif, so that's later today and this afternoon, so here we go! So we are going to buy some tickets. For once, there's actually something that's dirt cheap in Qatar. That's the Metro Rail tickets. So let's get those. So we're going to take a day pass. For 12 reals. So that's basically 60 rand. So 30 rand per person for the entire day as many shops as you want. And this is what they look like. It just basically looks like a piece of paper and 6 Qatari reals. And here we go, let's go, let me show you.
the train is so convenient. No driver at all. Drives by itself. The seating arrangement is quite beautiful and all the locals would use it, and once more it was so quiet. There wasn't much people on it, so it really was so convenient. So we arrived at our destination for the morning, which was the beautiful La Salle building, which is actually a hotel, restaurant and just a chilling resort. It's really very beautiful. The detail they have to this building and all the other buildings, it's so intricate, so beautiful, so thought out. On the opposite side of this beautiful horseshoe croissant building was the beautiful multicolored box building and Qatar's beautiful twin towers, which was absolutely stunning.
Thereafter we went to the National Museum, which was a beautiful place to see. We didn't want to go inside, we just wanted to see the outside because the architecture is absolutely beautiful to see. It's basically
seashell, ceramic, round shaped space shuttle, Lady Gaga extravaganza, innuendos.
And then from there on we went to Box Park. So we are here in a Box Park, as you can see, and it's absolutely awesome, and we've got some beautiful views there in the background there of Qatar. But just before we got to Box Park, we lost my phone. So what happened was I went to go and look for a quick drink and I left my phone with Vianney, and then we ordered a Uber after that, and then the Uber was there very quickly and we had to run, and then we forgot the phone. But we got it back. Yay! And here's the culprit for leaving the phone in the park. So as South Africans, we freaked out. We freaked out. It did happen. We freaked out. But the Uber driver was just like, don't worry, this is Qatar, your phone will be fine. So, and it was. Yep. So yeah, went back to the park and got it. But then we went to Box Park, which is basically just all of these containers that they put together and they made like a little park basically, which there's like all different kind of shops and so on, and we ate there as well. So it was just beautiful for photos and so forth. And then yeah, we had some awesome lunch there, and Vianney got tea, which she was very excited about. So
let's dig in.
Just quickly appreciate our view at the background. Just check that view, the Doha skyline right over there, and then Box Park behind me. Yeah, you can see Box Park right behind me. We are sitting in the perfect location over here.
And now back to today's regular programming.
What's that?
It's buttons, that cheese thing of last night.
Oh. That butter cheese sour thing.
Nice.
Let's try this.
1, 2, 3.
It's nice, it works. It's almost like a roti kind of a thing.
Very nice chicken.
Now it's coming through.
It's amazing.
But it's this thing. This is the winner.
From these beautiful multicolored containers at the Box Park, we took a stroll down to the view of the city skyline, and it was absolutely breathtaking. Here was the point where we, for the first time, could take in the entire Qatar, and it was just really so beautiful. It was humbling being there. It was beautiful, sacred, it was peaceful. It was just an absolute treat to be in this beautiful place and just feel so safe and filled with so much warmth and gratitude. Next, we took a stroll via the harbor to the Islamic Art Museum. Now, we are not the museum type of people, but it was lovely to see this building because everyone spoke about it, and it was lovely to see the big detail that it has. And we took some pictures around it, and we had a stop at the beautiful water fountain situation just in front of it, just to have my signature video taken there. But it really was a stunning view of it. Wasn't that impressive? But the most impressive, the wow of the day arrived thereafter,
which is the Souk Waqif. So this was about a short 10-minute walk. So on the way there, we just quickly stopped at one of the beautiful mosques, which you can also see from all over. So it's got the spiral kind of architecture to it, which was awesome to see. And right next to it is the Souk Waqif. Now, Souk Waqif is basically the old market, which they just restored to make it look exactly like it did back in the day. So we are market people. So this was awesome to see again. And first off, we stopped for some nyafe, which was right next to obviously the iconic big golden finger. So that was cool to see. And then from there on, we just walked around the Souk Waqif. So basically all these little stalls, this is where we did some curio shopping and so forth. And while doing that, we were starting to look out for some restaurants as well, of where we could eat for the evening as well. But
the restaurant we ate at for the evening was absolutely beautiful. It was locally designed and colored and patterned with the normal things that you find at Qatar. And we had some wonderful food. It was absolutely cheap, but it really was absolutely wonderful. We really did enjoy that. Now, with that, we would like to conclude our 2-day stay at Doha, Qatar.
I don't know, I just loved it. It was forward thinking. We were very sad to leave, but it was truly an awesome city. If we could, we would like to work there. It's very clean. The buildings are absolutely amazing. It's easy to get around. It's cheap to get around. And it was also not as expensive as we thought it would be.
And the people were absolutely friendly. They were very accommodating. The food really is overall amazing, except for the red meat. Quentin loved that. I didn't like that at all. And we really, really loved our entire stay there. It was everything we thought it would be the first time we wanted to go. It was sad leaving there, but it really was the most beautiful experience. And that concludes our 2-day stay at the beautiful Qatar. And next, we went to the airport where we would take a trip to Bali, Indonesia. Next time on Kiwi Travel Adventures.
So basically, the first thing is we arrived at 11 o'clock at night. This was a nightmare because, basically our taxi driver didn't pick up. We had to get another taxi driver. The next day, it was basically silent day where we could do absolutely nothing.
And we went to the Nusa Penida Island.
Then we went to Kelingking Beach, which I was super excited about. So this is basically the famous thing of Bali to do.